Thanksgiving or for Christmas, or maybe not until after the year 2000. Knight was ordered to jail for up to 9 years, maybe, on a probation violation for an assault conviction. At a reported 6 foot plus and 300 plus pounds, Knight's not just physically big. Death Row Records redefined gangster rap, and it has ruled the top of the pop charts the past few weeks, with Tupac's Don Illuminati album and Snoop's The Dogfather, which entered the chart at #1 the day before Knight was sent to jail. Chris Connolly was at the LA Criminal Courts building on Tuesday to file this report.
Thanks a lot. Could a single kick delivered on videotape be enough to take down a multi-million-dollar recording empire? That's a question on a lot of people's lips around here at the Los Angeles Criminal Courts building, where on Tuesday, Judge Steven Zeliger officially ruled that Mary and Suge Knight, the controversial CEO of Death Row Records, had officially violated his probation on a 1995 assault conviction and ordered Knight to return to jail at least to the end of February and quite possibly to state prison for 5 to 9 years afterwards. Knight's problem stemmed from an incident on the night of September 7th, the night Tupac Shakur was murdered, when he allegedly participated in an assault at the MGM Grand outside the Tyson-Sullivan fight, in which he kicked one Orlando Anderson. This assault allegedly was captured on videotape, a videotape which was played at this hearing. Anderson, for his part, at the time told the cops he had been assaulted by Knight. In this hearing, he denied that story and said that Knight had not assaulted him. A martial arts expert called by the defense to examine the videotape said that Knight's body position indicated there was no way Knight could have been assaulting anyone at that time. Knight himself took the stand in his own defense, said that he abhorred black-on-black violence and said he was innocent in this regard. But the prosecution had the videotape, and the judge threw out the defense's case and ruled that Knight had in fact violated his probation. As a result, he ordered Knight back to prison at least until February 28th, at which time an additional hearing will be held to determine what exactly Knight's sentence on that 1995 conviction should be.
Mr. Knight reacted to this as I think the word classy would be appropriate, as anybody I've ever seen, with a great deal of dignity and a great deal of character. He's very strong. He wants everyone to know that Death Row Records will continue to prosper and continue to make records, that the charitable activities that he's engaged in for the community in the past will continue. And he asked me to tell you all that, and all of the people out there that support him and support Death Row, to keep their heads high and to keep smiling, because that's what he's doing.
Knight could very well be staring at 5 to 9 years in prison. What would that mean for his involvement with Death Row Records? It would effectively end it, since by California law, from state prison, you're not allowed to make so much as a phone call on any business enterprise that you might be involved in. For Death Row Records, the future is equally uncertain. They've released 3 records in the last 3 weeks. What will happen after Suge Knight is on ice, no one knows. So, as a result of Tuesday's events here at the Los Angeles Criminal Courts building, great uncertainty for Death Row Records and big legal problems for Mary and Suge Knight. Back to you.
Thanks, Chris. As we went to press, Death Row Records had no comment on Suge Knight's bitter Thanksgiving send-off or on how the label might run without him. On Tuesday, Judge Zeliger said he wants Knight jailed because, quote, he has a violent past and I fear for the safety of people in the community if he's free, unquote. Knight has had other run-ins with the law and still faces a December 16th probation violation hearing on a 1994 conviction for trafficking in firearms. Knight has countered his gangsta image with community services, such as Thanksgiving turkey giveaways to needy South Central families, and when we spoke with him shortly after Tupac's murder, he told us his image is just that, image.
Last, I'm worried about what's going on in the press, what's being said in the press. But like I said, my main concern is to make sure I fulfill Pac's dreams here. My main concern is still the same, to make sure I'm opening up doors and I'm doing stuff for the community. I mean, I don't care about the fame, I care about the people.
The very same day Suge Knight was sent to jail, a document of his hip-hop legacy arrived in record stores in the double album Death Row's Greatest Hits, featuring tracks by Dr. Dre, Tupac Shakur, and Snoop Dogg, who, as we noted earlier, entered the pop chart at #1 this week with his new album, The Dogfather. While his boss is in the big house, Snoop's been enjoying life in a big new house of his own lately and keeping noticeably trouble-free since his acquittal on a murder charge in February. Snoop's home life seems downright stable, in fact, as we saw firsthand when he recently invited us to visit with his family at his California mansion.
Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard.
So how did you decide on this part of California?
It's just cool. It's low-key. It's away from everything I can breathe. There's mountains, there's fresh air, coyotes, there's snakes, lizards, scorpions. And you can see, but the ghetto comes when we look at my house. Somebody threw eggs at my house. Look.
Really?
See?
Oh, wow.
Snoop Dogg get the real deal done to him, too.
I see the neighboring mansions, though, that a lot of these people are heading out.
Yeah, they've been here a long time, man. It's time for a new breed.
So this is nice. You even got the fish pond here?
Yeah, them piranhas in there.
Really?
Put your finger in there. No, I wouldn't want you to get bit.
Kind of like goldfish for piranhas.
Yeah, they goldfish piranhas. They decoy you.
All I wanna do is make the whole crowd hush, y'all. Just keep it real, dog. All I wanna do is make the whole crowd hush, y'all.
So Snoop, tell me what room is this now?
This is the room, like my library, where I come in here and just, I like to listen to old school music. I listen to my music and check it and make sure it sounds good.
What kind of stuff can be found in Snoop's jukebox?
Everything.
Everything?
Classic hip-hop, classic R&B, jazz, blues, rock, hip-hop, reggae.
Did you have one favorite CD you play more than any?
I play B.B. King a lot.
Okay.
And this too, Nate Dogg, Never Leave Me Alone.
Never leave me alone.
So Snoop, let me ask you about these awards. This is kind of like the award shelf up there on the mantle?
I got a couple of them here. I got some at my mama's house. I got some in my other house too. I got like my favorite ones over here at this house. The Cowboys lost?
What do you think? What do you think?
No, they won?
They're about to win.
Oh, they won in overtime. I'm a Cowboy fan too, Deion Sanders. What's up, Prime Time?
Y'all ready for this?
Wow, this is pretty awesome.
Real deal over here, baby. And right here, I'm go get you a ball. Go get it. Right here, I got the retired numbers. Number 10, Norm Nixon.
Right.
Number 21, Michael Cooper. Number 32, Magic Johnson. Y'all know that. Number 33, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number 52, Jamal Wilkes. It's too high, but you still look what? See, Snoop was used to be little like that too. Come on. You want to pick you up? You gotta eat some more Wheaties, Spank.
It's a dog, it's a dog.
Living room here?
Yeah, this is my section up here where I like to get real playful. See up there on the top of it?
Right.
I like to go back to the old school with like a lot of black art. It's a southern feel. They say a whole lot.
Is there more we can see, or is it like, you know, like Clinton in the White House, there's certain parts?
Yeah, you know what's happening. There's certain parts that aren't made for the eye to see. This is enough, you know what I'm saying?
Snoop has tour plans in Europe for the next month or so and hopes to launch a U.S. tour in the spring. Time for us to take a quick break.
Then I got real rough, manly values like force-storming.
As Tupac's film credits grew with John Singleton's Poetic Justice, he faced the possibility of doing time for assaulting director Alan Hughes, who had dropped him from the cast of Menace to Society.
If I have to go to jail, I don't even want to be living. I want it to cease to exist for however long they have me there. And then when I come out, I'll be reborn. You know what I'm saying? I'll be taking less problems. And my mind will be sharper and the venom will be more potent. You know what I'm saying? So they shouldn't send me there. They should really try to, you know, it's like you don't throw more gasoline on the fire to put it out.